Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Pusher at the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic and gaming store. It is, what is it? It's January 24th, the fourth new comic book day of 2024. A new year filled with new comic books. Can't wait for them all to come out. So we have a bunch of cool stuff to show you. We have Mr. Happy's going to chime in with his secret word in a little bit. We have variant covers to show you, a graphic novel that is really cool, and a stack of comic books that is a towering towering 6 inches. And the only reason why it's such a small stack, it could have been a couple more inches at least, but one of our shipments has been delayed because of the severely bad weather up north, so Diamond Comic Distributors couldn't get their indie comics out to us, so hello, Juan. Good to see you there. Thank you so much for joining us. Juggernaut, thank you, my friend, for joining us today. I was just telling everybody that the weather up north delayed one of the shipments that's the one from Diamond Comic Distributors, has a bunch of the indies in there. However, not all of the indies. We get quite a few, and these days probably more indies from the other distributors than we do from Diamond. So it's not a huge big thing, and they will be here. These books that will be delayed will be here sometime Thursday, so hopefully get them out on Friday. Figure. Hey, Steve Fisher, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a quality stack. It is. That's right. It's a quality stack. But before we jump into that stack and before we get into these other things, I wanted to give you the wall book of the week. And this wall book of the week is the wall book of the week because this character is one of my very favorite characters. And it is Superman. And this particular Superman number 53, is a second printing. And it's a little bit more difficult one to find. And it is this one. Superman with Truth, Justice, and the American Way on the cover. You see that there? There was a big controversy recently over Truth, Justice, and the American Way because DC has changed it again. This is not the first time they changed this, but they changed it to Truth, Justice, and a Better Tomorrow. And some people got all up in arms over this because, oh my gosh, they're dropping America. It's anti-American and they hate America and America. Listen, I love America. Superman loves America. Superman arrived in America, was raised in America, but it hasn't always been Truth, Justice, American Way. It wasn't even that way in the comic books. This slogan, this motto started in the 1940s radio show. And then after the war was over, they dropped that. And it didn't come back again until the 1950s. And there was a TV show, I took notes here, a TV show that revived Truth, Justice, and the American Way. However, in the 1960s kids cartoon, The New Adventures of Superman, it was Truth, Justice, and Freedom. So, nobody was too upset. They dropped the American Way then. And then in the 1970s, for the Super Friends cartoon, it was Truth, Justice, and Peace for All Mankind. So again, a far departure from the American Way. Peace for all mankind. That sounds a little bit world, the whole world. So Superman's for the whole world. In 1978, though, Christopher Reeve in the movie that was done for Superman, You Could Believe a Man Could Fly, he spoke the words. The first time we see Superman actually speak the words, Truth, Justice, American Way. So it kind of cemented it in. It was cemented in when I was a little kid because it was used in the 1950s. I was a little boy in the early 1960s watching the reruns of the Adventures of Superman TV show. And that show gave us Truth, Justice, and American Way as part of the whole theme of the show and the little opening scene. Then in 1993, Lois and Clark show, it just became Truth and Justice, full stop. There was no Truth, Justice, American Way or anything else. It was just Truth and Justice. And then Batman and Superman number 16, which came out a few years back, it's Truth, Tolerance, and Justice. Truth, Tolerance, and Justice. So, this has changed over the years many, many times. This recent change isn't the first one. And guess what? It's not going to be the last one. And guess what? This tends to come back. For whatever reason, there will be another one that will say Truth, Justice, and the American Way. I'll guarantee you at some point. But it'll also say something else. Truth, Justice, and all for Earth. When we're invaded by the Martians. So that's our wall book of the week. If anybody's interested, it is on the wall for sale today. And if you know Mr. Happy's secret word, which we will reveal in just a little while, you can get that at a discount of 15% if you're not a Discount Club member or subscriber. But if you are, you can get it at an extra 5%, 20%. Well, Discount Club members get 10% off the wall books. That's a better deal. Subscribers, you already get 20% off. What a great deal. Everybody's a winner when they shop at the Comics Club. Happy new Comic Book Day 2 going. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's jump in here to what we have offered this week. We've got a cool, complete Vampire the Masquerade graphic novels. You know, the popular role-playing book? It was done as a comic book, and this is all the comic books total together in one complete book. So if you're a Vampire the Masquerade fan, this book's for you. And at the low price of $29.99, I think. Yes. Okay, our variant covers today. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 147 has a 1 in 10 variant. And Harley Quinn number 36, a 1 in 25. Detective Comics, this is number 1081. It's a 1 in 25. It's great art. Look at that. Batman dissolving into dust there in the desert. Pretty cool. Miguel O'Hara's Spider-Man 2099. This is issue number 4. This is a 1 in 10. It's a design variant of this guy. Who is this guy? Anybody know who this guy is? I haven't read it yet, so I do not know. The Immortal Thor, number 6. This is a 1 in 25. Superior Spider-Man gets a 1 in, what's this, 1 in 25? What a great cover. That is some cool art. Last but certainly not least in the variant covers we had to offer this week is Star Wars Thrawn Alliances number 1. This is a 1 in 25. This character, Thrawn, is extremely popular among Star Wars fans. If you're a Star Wars fan, you already know this. If you're not, then this guy is hugely popular. And I think this actually gives us the first encounter between Anakin and Thrawn. So that should be an interesting story to read. All right, there we go. What should we jump into first? Tell you what, the biggest stacks this week, because the indies haven't all arrived, is DC. So we're going to jump in with start with DC. What do we have here? Green Arrow. We've got a couple different covers. It's Green Arrow number 8. I like it. Harley Quinn number 36. A few different covers for that one. That's awesome. I like that. Okay, Penguin. Latest issue is number 6. Liking that cover. Or here's a good view of the sinister Penguin. He's so evil. So very evil. So Power Girl, issue number 5. Had some fun with Dolly yesterday. She said, wait a second, Power Girl. She has a cat named Streaky. I thought that was Supergirl's cat. Who out there knows why that's funny? Of course, Power Girl would probably have a cat, probably named Streaky as well. Would be my guess. Because Supergirl and Power Girl, the same, one and the same, just from 2 different universes. Power Girl is from Earth. Is it Earth 2? I believe, in the new DC lineup. Titans Beast World Tour, Star City. You got lizards going at it on the cover. And this bird, Star City tour, the Beast World tour. And this is Beast World issue number 5 of the miniseries. Look at this cover. Starro. This is lenticular. So you get Harley, or Harley as a bunny beast. That's a good one. All right, there's Beast World. We have Batman, The Brave and the Bold, number 9. This is an interesting little quote they have on the back for the Joker. You have your routine and I mine. We'll see who satisfies. Interesting little saying there from the Joker. A little quote. Okay, what do we got here? The Flash. The Flash, issue number 5. That's an interesting cover. What the heck? What's going on there? Detective Comics. This is issue number 1081. That looks like a nasty beast, huh? The heck is that thing? That's a great cover. And we have a facsimile edition of the Flash that basically ushered in the Silver Age. This is one of the comics that is considered one of the books that was the first Silver Age, because you have the Silver Age and the Golden Age Flashes. We introduce a Silver Age character, the Flash. This is all nice and foil cover. This is what the regular cover looks like. Facsimile edition of Flash number 1, 2, 3. And then we have, if you don't like those covers, you could always just do one of your own, this blank cover. By the way, we're working on a box of blanks. We have we're gathering a whole bunch of blank covers from everywhere on the store. We're going to gather them all and put them out in a box. Those will be available soon. We're working on it. We only have so many hands around here, and we had a new edition this past year. You know, Scarlett is 1 year old now, our granddaughter, and she spends a lot of time here at the store with us, which is she's a wonderful fun, a beautiful little thing. She kind of breathes, life into you, reinvigorates you when a new life comes along. Eh? Thrawn Alliances. I just showed you the variant cover. This is Star Wars Thrawn Alliances number 1. I think I'm going to have to put this on my reading list this week, because the first meeting of these two characters, Anakin and Thrawn, that looks like it should be pretty cool. We also have a facsimile edition of X-Men number 4. And it's got Magneto on there. The return of Magneto. And Magneto has come back to life. Spoiler alert. He recently was dead, but he was brought back. Like so many mutants have come back to life. I'm sorry. This is X-Force number 48. I thought there was more than one cover that X-Force. Did one get away from me? Did one get moved around? Maybe. We'll find out. Spider-Man 2099. This is Miguel O'Hara. As everybody knows, I butcher names badly, so if I butchered that name, I apologize. Magneto. The Resurrection of Magneto, issue number 1. There's his logo there. Here's a little negative space art. Does your brain want to fill in the whole helmet? Here's a nice shiny foil one for you. Love those gimmicks. And the Stormbreaker cover. The Near Virgin cover. Stormbreaker. Magneto, number 1. Great stuff. Okay. Daredevil Black Armor. Issue number 3. We started to watch the Netflix Daredevil again last night, but something happened with our streaming. It wouldn't work, stalled on us. So we had to resort to conversations, which you don't need electricity to talk to each other. Gods, at least in most cases. Gods, number 4, hitting the stands. I'm sure that's full of all kinds of craziness. Look at that cover. What the heck is going on there? Gods. And the Immortal Thor has, and this is Immortal Thor number 6, it has a Wolverine on the cover. What's that all about? Wolverine on the cover. Thor, looks like from the trading cards. The Immortal Thor and his adopted brother Loki. That's pretty cool. Spider-Woman, up to issue number 3. With Wolverine on the cover. Spider-Woman. Punisher. This is Punisher, number 3, with Wolverine on the cover. I don't know if we're getting enough Wolverine, guys. We should have more Wolverine covers. We're getting a little slack. Power Pack Into the Storm, number 1. And here's that stray X-Force, number 48. Is this Cassidy making fun of Frank Miller? that's not Cassidy's normal artwork. So what are you doing there? What's going on here, Mr. Cassidy? It looks a little like Frank Miller's recent crazy artwork. I think he's making fun. What do you think? I think he's making fun of Frank Miller art. And Superior Spider-Man, regular number 3. There we go. Got those beasts out of the way. What, Mr. Happy? What are you saying? You'd like to chime in with something? Mr. Happy would like to tell you that Beast, I guess he didn't get enough of telling you before. So Beast is the secret word. If you know the secret word, get you a discount in the store. Good for 1 week until the next one comes along. Okay, you said it twice now. You happy? Here you go. Star Trek Defiant. You know, the Star Trek universe, I had a couple of favorite characters in that from that series, from the television show. And one of my very favorite one, this is a Star Trek Defiant annual. One of my favorite one was a character called Tasha Yar, who they eventually killed off. But she also came back as an alternate universe character. But anyway, here you go. This one has both. I think it has the regular Tasha Yar and the one from the alternate universe going on here. But I haven't read this yet, so I'm not quite certain what's going on here. But Tasha Yar, one of my very favorite Star Trek characters. I have to read that. Showing up in the Defiant Annual. And I think she's the main character of the story in this one. Probably got Picard in there and others, but looks like it's her story there. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 147, The Road to 150. And there it is. There's something special happening in 150 that they're saying the road to 150. What could that be all about? Oh, look at that turtle. A little old. Is this a fast forward into the future story? Anybody been reading this? You know what's going on here? What's happening with the turtles? Speaking of strange creatures from another planet, Cyberpunk 2077 XOXO issue number 4. Look at that crazy cover. That is just some wild cover right there. Like I said, some of the indies did not, and that one too. What a great cover. Some of the indies did not make it this Wednesday for New Comic Book Day at the Comics Club because of severe weather, dangerously severe weather up north kept them from being able to achieve it. So that's okay. We'd rather you be safe than worry about the comic books. They'll get here eventually. Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures, number 1, this is a new story arc going on, I guess. Because they had one previously, I thought, for this Saturday Morning Adventures. I know they did it for Turtles, and they did it for something else. Okay, this is from Scout Comics, Tenement, issue number 8. And Banshees, issue number 5. This next one's lots of fun. Characters Fearless Dawn, which I think is, I just love the artwork. But if you don't love the artwork, that's okay. I just love the artwork, inside and out. Great fun stuff. Look at that back cover. Incredible. And then if you didn't like any of those, hey, do your own. We got the Fearless Dawn blank cover. There you go. A new one hitting the stands is Ghost Machine. I don't know if you've heard of this comic book. Ghost Machine. There was a lot of upfront publicity for this one, I should say. Maybe hype. But that's okay. How else are you going to get the masses to know about your book if you don't get out there and push it? Ghost Machine from Image, number 1. This is a big, thick comic book. I haven't read it. I don't know the details. But we have many awesome covers. There's that one. This one's fun. This one looks like the art from another recent comic book. What is that comic book that had art like this? It's on the tip of my tongue. And this is introducing Rook. He hangs out with Castle. Ghost Machine, issue number 1, another cover. And again, if you didn't like any of those covers, well, here's one. Do your own. Front and back. What did they give us on the inside of this one? No, just it's only the blank wraparound, no other cover. Oftentimes they'll put in the regular number 1 cover. Okay, Midnight Western Theater, Witch Trial. The Nasty, number 6. Well, this, by the way, this was issue number 5. Just so you know. And The Nasty is issue number 6. It's a monster there. Spawn. We're up to issue 349 for Spawn. Look at that. How awesome is that? And last but not least, Dracula, issue number 4. It's from James Tynion. That is some great stuff there. Like I say, we're missing a few books because they did not arrive because of severe weather up north. Nothing anybody can do about that. Mother Nature's going to do what Mother Nature's going to do. So that's all of our offering for this week, guys and gals. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget the secret word. You'll have to go back and look at it because he's not getting back on stage again as much as he wants to. So thanks for joining us. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.